The camera pans back to reveal our companion Solas as the dread wolf that Flemeth is talking to, and it looks like they're in what we saw of the crossroads, but much brighter. And we do know from the Masked Empire that the crossroads tends to change depending on who is experiencing it. Flemeth mentions that Solas shouldn't have given his orb, or his focus, to Corypheus, because he didn't have enough power to unlock it after waking up from his Euthanera. Solas had told us about what this orb does in one of my favorite scenes.
The humans have not raised one of our people so high for ages beyond counting. Her faith is hard-won, Lethaline, worthy of pride, save one detail.
The threat Corypheus wields. The orb he carried. It is ours. Corypheus used the orb to open the breach. Unlocking it must have caused the explosion that destroyed the Conclave. We must find out how he survived. And we must prepare for their reaction when they learn the orb is of our people.
All right. What is it and how do you know about it?
Such things were foci, said to channel power from our gods. Some were dedicated to specific members of our pantheon. All that remains are references in ruins, and faint visions.
Was this focus fen'harel's personal orb? Or did it belong to another god? Maybe Mythal's? Why did he need it unlocked? If the orb contained such great power to shred a huge gaping wound in the veil, what other possibilities are there? That sounds like a lot of power. Could it somehow save the elven people? Or could it possibly release the elven gods that he trapped away so long ago before his people fell? After Solas breaks Llewellyn's heart, we hear Cole's reaction to it, which I found extremely interesting and will break down little by little.
You are perfect exactly as you are. But then you turned away. Why?
I had no choice.
She feels her face marked, marred without malice. She didn't know. She thinks it's why you walked away.
You cannot heal this, Cole. Please, let it go.
He left Llewellyn because of what he says was no choice. Cryptic breakup, right? Could just be the excuse of a coward. But I honestly believe he seems to be in real, true, tragic pain, which is a whole other analysis video I can get into with the Solas and Llewellyn romance, but probably not without getting fangirl hysterical. Solas says it's a pain that cannot be healed, even by the spirit of compassion.
He hurts, an old pain from before, when everything sang the same.
This "when everything sang the same" bit reminds me of a conversation that you can have with Solas in the beginning of the game when you talk about the Veil.
Circle mages call it a barrier between this world and the Fade. But according to my studies in ancient elven lore, that is a vast oversimplification. Without it, imagine if spirits entered freely. The Fade was not a place one went, but a state of nature like the wind.
It sounds like it would be wonderful.
And dangerous. But yes, a world where imagination defines reality. Where spirits are as common as trees or grass. Instead, spirits are strange and fearful. And the Fade is a terrifying world touched only by mages and dreamers.
Is this how the world used to be, when all elves possessed magic? This brings me to another memory of Sandal's prophecy from Dragon Age 2.
One day the magic will come back. All of it. Everyone will be just like they were. The shadows will part, and the skies will open wide.
Huh? What's this?
When he rises, everyone will see.
By the ancestors, what's gotten into you, my boy? Enchantment? That's more like it.
Everyone will be just like they were, he said. Is that the goal that Solas has, now that he has seen how screwed up the elves have become without their leaders? Is that what he needed the orb for? Cole goes on.
Oh, real, and it means everyone could be real. It changes everything, but it can't.
Now, this is kind of hard to tell exactly what it means, but I have my own biased interpretation. This dialogue only occurs if Solas has romanced the Inquisitor. To me, it sounds like Solas never really truly considered the modern elves to be real, since they screwed themselves over without the gods' control over them, and they're horribly mistaken about their past. So he probably has just been seeing everyone as incompetent fools whose mess he has to come in and clean up. But when he fell for Llewellyn, the Elven Inquisitor, it changed his whole outlook on modern-day elves. It's making him question his current plan, and thus why he had to leave her. He has an end goal, and will stick to it no matter what. Fangirl hearts be damned.
They sleep, masked in a mirror, hiding, hurting, and to wake them... Where did it go?
I apologize, Cole. That is not a pain you can heal.
I'm sorry.
It was my doing, not yours.
Cole is talking about they again, as he had another dialogue with Solas. Is he talking about the elven gods that fen'harel had trapped away thousands of years before? Trapped in a mirror, he said. Could this be an illuvion? Is that where they're trapped? Is that why the figure in the epilogue of the Masked Empire wanted the key to access all illuvions? Cole mentions waking them before Solas interrupts him. So is that Solas's final goal? Is he waking the elven gods? Or is he waking the ancient elves in Uthenera? He and Obelas seem to share kind of a cryptic understanding in their exchange at the Well of Sorrows.
You cannot imagine. Each time we awaken, it slips further from our grasp.
There are other places, friend, other duties. Your people yet linger.
Elven such as you?
Yes, such as I.
Are you leaving the temple?
Our duty ends. Why remain?
There is a place for you, Lethaline, if you seek it.
Perhaps there are places the Shamlin have not touched.
Malas Amalin Nahalam Abalas. His name, Abalas, means sorrow. I said, I hoped he finds a new name.
Did Obelas recognize the Dread Wolf? Is Solas giving him some sort of direction? What the heck is going on in the subtext of their conversation, and does it have anything to do with Solas's current goals? Let's go back to the epilogue.
The failure was mine. I should pay the price. But the people... they need me. I am so sorry.
The next part of the epilogue shows Solas admitting failure, appearing extremely sad and regretful. I mean, listen to that awesome voice acting. He knows he screwed up again and isn't afraid to admit it, but he says the people need him. We have often heard elves referred to as the people by companions like Merrill or in codexes we have found. The word Elven, which is the name of the race of elves in this universe, translates to our people. So is Solas's goal to wake the ancient gods in order to help the people? Or is he waking the ancient elves in Uthenera? Solas apologizes to Flemethal for what he is about to do, despite his being at fault. She apologizes in return, and then Solas absorbs something from Flemeth. But what? Was it the soul of Mythal? Was it the soul of the old god baby? But we have to remember that not everyone's world state has an old god baby, but all players receive this same epilogue. Then could it have been the soul of Flemeth herself? No matter what, it appears that this transfer of power left her body an empty husk to slowly turn black, cradled in his arms. But what or whom does he absorb? Again, it's the blue light. A similar blue light to the one we see Flemeth working through in Illuvion, and similar to the old god soul she may absorb earlier in the game. After all, Flemeth says a soul cannot be forced upon the unwilling.
A soul is not forced upon the unwilling, Morrigan. You were never in danger.
But why? We know Solas needed a lot of extra power for whatever his plans are, and thus his need for Corypheus to unlock the orb. Does absorbing whatever essence he absorbed from Flemeth give him that same measure of great power, but at the price of losing one of his oldest friends? He has tried to fix the world at least twice now that we know of, and has screwed up royally both times. But The Inquisitor can encourage him to keep trying.
If that happens, it happens. We're doing the best we can. That's all we can do.
You're right. Thank you.
So he does. In our last conversation with Solas, he tells us that this wasn't the way it was supposed to be.
Isn't there?
It was not supposed to happen this way. No matter what comes, I want you to know that what we had was real.
Inquisitor!
And if you approach Cole post-game, we can see that Solas has left a message for him.
Sorry, Cole, but with your gift, I fear that you might see the path I now must walk in solitude forever. This fate is mine alone. Indeed, I would not wish it on an enemy, much less someone that I once cared for. Though you reach out in compassion, I must now insist that you forget. I'm... What were we talking about? I'm ready to help people when you are.
So he's on a path of solitude to do some more fixing, maybe? And it's one that he wouldn't wish on his worst enemy. But the question remains, how? How is he going to fix things? What is he really going to do? We have been warned from the Witch Hunt DLC to prepare for change.
The ritual was but a means to an end, a herald for what is to come. Change is coming to the world. Many fear change and will fight it with every fiber of their being. But sometimes, change is what they need most. Sometimes, change is what sets them free.
Flemeth, again, in Dragon Age 2, reminds us of what we should prepare for.
You have plans, I take it?
Destiny awaits us both, dear girl. We have much to do. Before I go, a word of advice. We stand upon the precipice of change. The world fears the inevitable plummet into the abyss. Watch for that moment, and when it comes, do not hesitate to leap.
And Sandal, with his creepy prophecy that I showed earlier, has already had a majority of it come true in Inquisition, so it's probably a good bet to assume the rest will happen as well. So, could Solas be the catalyst to this change? I know, at this point I'm running on a lot of assumptions, but this is the interpretation that I have come to with all of these pieces of evidence that I've been showing you. There are obviously still a lot of questions, some of which I have mentioned, and some of which I still haven't even gotten to. For instance, what's up with Solas' hate for the Grey Wardens? Does he know something about the old gods that we don't? Is it related to all this? Also, Solas has subtly mentioned being betrayed by allies a few times. What's up with that? Who betrayed him and how? And on that note, who betrayed Mythal, that she wants a reckoning that will shake the heavens? Did the same people betray Solas and Mythal, or the same person? Was it another of the elven gods? Are these elven gods related to the old gods in any way? Is it all related to the Blight? How? I'm really interested in hearing your takes on this theory, as well as hearing your own theories. I know there's a lot more fan theories floating around out there. It obviously has been something weighing on my mind ever since I finished the game. I loved Solas' character, and I think his story is a super tragedy if my interpretation of him is accurate. Making this video series absorbed my winter break for a few days because I am that intrigued with this story and his character. So please, let me hear your thoughts and make some comments and get a discussion going. Thanks so much for watching, and let me know if you like watching these analysis videos so I can make more for other games. Bye!
Then I promise you, everything will be made clear.